Sequence engaged. So Tom Cruise had another meltdown yet again. He always seems to be mad about something. So that was the first thing I kind of wanted to cover on this episode. First thing, Tom Cruise was on the set. I think it was Mission Impossible Mission Impossible 25. And apparently, at least what I read or what I heard somewhere was there was two people. I don't know who they were, but they were sitting next to each other, going over, reviewing something or some paper, and Tom Cruise saw them, and they weren't wearing masks. So he flipped out, and everybody's watching this. So I figured I wanted to talk about it. So we'll play it here.
Because they believe in us and what we're doing. I'm on the phone with every studio at night. Insurance companies. Producers. And they're looking at us and using us to make their movies. We are creating thousands of jobs, you I don't ever want to see it again. Ever. And if you don't do it, you're fired. If I see you do it again, you're gone. And anyone on this crew does it. That's it. And you too. And you too. And you. Don't ever do it again.
Alright. I think we get the gist of that.
Yeah, man. I feel like I'm in trouble just listening to it.
Right. Yeah, like I'm a little intimidated by that voice. Just a little bit. Not really. No, but you know what? He's got a point. Tom Cruise has been in the game for a long time. He's got experience. He cares about what he does, especially the Mission Impossible franchise. And I'm sure it's hard right now for everybody to kind of do this movie and working safely around the COVID precautions. I guess you could say, but he's got a point. He's got a point. Not only is it his job, it's his ass, but all the people who are, working from this and have jobs over it, that movie could be shut down, or any future movie could be shut down because of these two people. Like I said, I don't know the full story. I've heard, some people say that it might even have been staged to make, or like leaked on purpose to make Tom Cruise look like some, white knight trying to, build himself up and show his value, his virtues. I don't know. I generally think that was him. So I'm glad that he's looking out for himself and all the people who are, benefiting from still working in Hollywood. So yeah, I thought that was pretty interesting. A lot of people have covered it. It's kind of all over the news and media or whatnot. But I wanted to cover it on here because I'm a big fan of Tom Cruise. So
yeah. The article from the Daily News said the actor and producer flew into a rage after spotting two people standing within 6 feet of each other while working on a computer. He then threatened to fire anyone who violates social distancing rules on the set of the film, whose production has now been halted at least twice this year because of the pandemics.
Did it say anything about them not wearing masks?
No, it didn't. Just social distance, I guess.
Oh, okay. Well,
but yeah, I mean,
I don't know.
This article too is saying George Clooney weighs in and says he understands why he did it.
We go Batman. No, yeah, I understand why he did it.
Yeah, it makes sense.
And I respect his stance on it. He's passionate about what he does and passionate about trying to keep the movie going. And especially for a franchise like that, great movies, great directing.
It takes professional minds.
It's a big deal. So it should be a big deal to do whatever has to be done to get it done. And so yeah, that's that. Wanted to cover that. Thought that was interesting. What do we got next?
So next up, Ozzy's 13th solo album will feature Metallica, Red Hot Chili Peppers, and Foo Fighters, plus crazy 9-minute songs.
Nice. I can't believe he's still alive.
Yeah, man.
13th solo. So since he left Black Sabbath, he's done 13 albums. Not counting what he did with them.
He's just a real creative right there.
He is. I think he started to go downhill, though, after Randy Rhoads died.
Yeah, I mean, that's always rough, losing someone that close.
Best guitar player, hands down, that played for Ozzy. My favorite. And he inspired me to kind of, I was inspired by him, like, when I first started learning how to play guitar. And I still can't play as good as him. And I've been doing it 14 years. But, yeah. Yeah, anyways, that was just a side note. But, yeah, Foo Fighters. We've been talking a lot about the Foo Fighters since the first episode.
I mean, Dave Grohl's still doing those Hanukkah sessions too.
Is he really?
Yeah, he did a Bob Dylan song recently.
Nice.
So that was cool.
Nice. Yeah, so Foo Fighters, love them. RHCP, love them. And who else? Metallica?
Yeah, Metallica's.
Love them.
And also Guns N' Roses, Duff McKagan, the bassist, was also recruited. She's a good bassist. Yeah, Chad Smith. Oh yeah, Chad Smith and Duff McKagan were on his song "Ordinary Man."
Nice. Yeah, I got nothing bad to say about that at all. That's really cool. I'm looking forward to hearing it.
Yeah, man.
Seeing what comes out of it. What do you got next?
So Paul McCartney didn't recognize his own guitar in 4 or 5 seconds, the new song by Kanye West, because he sped it up.
Can you elaborate a little more on what really happened? Because for those of you guys who don't know, Paul McCartney, Rihanna, and Kanye West did a collab on a song. Haven't heard it. I really should have listened to it before I kind of broadcasted this, but if Kanye's involved, Rihanna's involved, and Paul McCartney's involved, it's a good song. I'll tell you that before I even listen to it. I'm a huge Kanye fan. Rihanna's okay, and Paul McCartney is probably one of the reasons why I play music. So I know that all three of those people together is going to be a decent song. So what does it say? Like, couldn't he hear his guitar?
I mean, I guess he said to Jimmy Fallon, I didn't even know I was making a song. But he said it just went on for a couple days, and it was only 2 months later when I got a track sent to me.
So you're in a studio with other musicians.
Yeah, I guess he was recording.
And engineers. You're in a studio with engineers and musicians, and you didn't know you were recording a song?
Maybe they were just, I don't know. Who knows?
What, so they asked him... I'm confused. Like, did they ask him to play a part in a song and they sped it up or altered it and it wasn't like pure guitar or bass or whatever? That's what it sounds like. They
must have just asked him to play something or just had him really play anything and then base that song off of it. Because, it says, I like that one. Paul McCartney said, I like that one. And I had to say, am I on this record? He said, that's you doing that guitar. They sped it up so it wasn't recognizable.
Wasn't recognizable?
Yeah.
I'm confused. Is this even real?
We gotta listen to it.
If you ask Paul McCartney to play a song, play guitar on your song, you want it to be unrecognizable? You don't want him to be recognized?
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's weird. I'm sorry, that's weird.
I'm trying to see, where exactly he recorded this.
He looks great, by the way, doesn't he?
Yeah, man.
89. How old is he? I'll look it up real quick.
Yeah,
He's got to be pushing 80.
You'll look it up?
Yeah, I'll look it up.
Paul McCartney.
He was in his 20s and 60s, probably. Paul.
He just celebrated his 9th wedding anniversary in October.
Paul McCartney, born June 18th, 1942. He's 78. Yeah, I figured he's pushing 80. Walton, Liverpool, UK. $800 million. He's worth $800 million, and he's worth every penny of it. It's Paul McCartney. And if Lennon was still alive, he'd probably be a billionaire.
I can imagine that.
He would be a billionaire.
He would probably give it all away, too.
Like Kurt Cobain, if he was still alive. Well, I don't know, though, because half the reason, this is what I've seen with other artists, when an artist dies, whether it's a musician or like a comic, an actor, a literal artist, somebody who paints or sculpts, if they die, their shit automatically is worth more and is desired more. So I wonder, it'd be interesting to think if Kurt Cobain didn't die, if they would still be as big as they are now. Probably.
Yeah, I don't know, because it always does seem like that.
Because they were huge even when he was still alive.
I'm just looking at the next with Eminem and Paul McCartney.
What does it say, man? What does it say?
Eminem gives no respect to Paul McCartney with his new surprise album release.
Make a diss track, Eminem. Just like Eminem makes a diss track to Paul McCartney, and it's like, what's a good song? It's like Hey
Hello,
Jude.
Goodbye.
Yeah,
Jude.
yeah. He samples Hey Jude in there, but he's like rapping over it. Or it's like Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds.
He loves you, not.
Well, shake it out, baby, now. Why doesn't he give any respect to Paul McCartney?
All right, I'll read this. He loves you, not. That's what Paul McCartney must be singing after Eminem dropped a surprise album Friday morning to give Macca some unexpected competition for his own previously announced release. M's Music to Be Murdered By is a 16-track sequel to Music to Be Murdered By. Oh, this is the side B, which has also arrived as a surprise last January. The new album features a diss track Zeus aimed at Snoop Dogg, plus a politically charged nod.
Imagine Paul McCartney making a diss track, Matt.
Imagine
Paul McCartney making a diss track?
I can imagine.
I told you.
It would be epic no matter what.
It would be sweet. It'd be so boring, too. There wouldn't be an ounce of excitement in it. No, I know Paul McCartney is kind of critical of other bands. Like he made a comment about Slipknot, called them Shitnot. He's kind of like critical about other bands. So maybe Eminem heard a rumor or whatever that Paul McCartney maybe have been talking shit on Eminem, or maybe Eminem just doesn't like him. I know Eminem has a lot of respect for some people, a lot of respect for the pioneers. So I'm not sure if that's all on Eminem's side or Paul McCartney.
I see what's happening now. He's trying to release his album the same day that Paul McCartney is going to release.
Oh shit!
His McCartney third album.
McCartney 3?
Yeah, McCartney.
Damn. So
on
that's
December 11th.
So like Eminem might be nervous that Paul McCartney releasing his album might take away from him.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
So yeah,
they're the goats. They're the goats in what they do.
Yeah, they're up
Eminem
there.
is the greatest in rap, one of the greatest, and Paul McCartney is fucking Paul McCartney, dude.
Yeah.
Speaking about Eminem. Okay, we're back. There's a problem there, as usual. Yeah, but we're on Eminem, and so yeah, what do we got on his new album?
Yeah, you want to see his new album real quick?
Yeah, because I had that on the topics I wanted to talk about today. Dude, Eminem is just killing it, dude.
He always has.
Every fucking year, dude, he's doing something, and it's good.
Okay.
And he always will, dude. You know it? I don't know how much you like Eminem, Matt, but he's a fucking murderer, dude.
Eminem offers another round of Music to Be Murdered By. So basically it's side B pretty much.
So just like
of his album that was out already.
Oh, so it's not even like a full like a brand new album.
Right.
Okay. I thought that was pretty interesting anyways. Just keeping his fans updated and shit.
Yeah, just includes collaborators like Skylar Grey, Dr. Dre,
Okay.
Ty Dolla $ign, Dallas rapper MAG, J, not G. All right, you want to move on to Liam Gallagher?
Yeah, we got another one on Liam Gallagher. Liam Gallagher is, for those of you who don't know who he was the lead singer for Oasis from, I don't know, 91 to 2009. I'd say they started in 91, maybe 92. And he was one of the biggest stars on the planet at one point, really. I'd say him and his brother, Oasis really as a whole was one of the biggest bands ever at one point, especially back in the mid-90s. And they're definitely one of my favorite bands. They inspired me to, write the kind of songs that I do now. And anyways, none of that matters. What does the article say?
Liam Gallagher fumes says he asked to do 2 festivals in Wuhan, but can't see his ma'am for Xmas.
His mum.
His ma'am.
His ma'am.
Amid UK's Tier 4 rules as he makes cheeky comment about the T4.
Okay, so why are they asking anybody to do concerts in Wuhan?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
where
some
this
places,
virus started. Why would you even hold a concert there?
Yeah, I mean, some places I've seen, like in New Zealand, they've had big concerts recently, but I mean, that's like an island that really, they weren't impacted as greatly.
Right.
But it's always surprising to see nowadays, like these huge concert people gathering together.
Yeah.
But yeah, in Wuhan, like it just doesn't make sense.
Yeah, that's funny. But Liam's always mad about something. Right, Matt?
Yeah, I'm trying to see if there's a quote here or something.
Liam and Noel are and always will be mad about something.
All right, here's his Twitter quote. He says, well, I've just been offered 2 festivals next summer in Wuhan.
Next summer. Oh, that...
yeah.
That kind of changes my perspective on it. Next summer, we don't know where we're going to be at.
That's true.
We might be in way better shape next summer. Okay, so the article was misleading as usual. I thought they were giving him shows now. I thought they wanted him to play immediately in Wuhan.
Yeah, that's what it sounded like from the article.
I was like, what?
But yeah, can't even go see my mom for Xmas.
I think it's pronounced mum.
Your mum.
I think that's how the British.
It's weird
say
because
it.
he put
I should know too because I have family from
mum.
I have family who's from England, Kent, England.
Ah.
K. I think it's Kent, England.
Kent.
Anyways, go ahead.
Yeah, he just says, I can't even go see my mum for Xmas. You having a fucking laugh? Come on, well I do. LG.
Yeah. Dude, he's so awesome. Dude, I love him so much. He's so like eccentric and like just arrogant,
Yeah. But he has an interesting style of singing. Like you see in this photo, like he always has his like hands behind his back kind of.
And the parka?
It's just the parka, it's like signature.
And the trench coats.
Signature stuff.
Trench coats were more 90s.
But yeah, it's definitely interesting.
Cast No Shadow, guys. Listen to that song.
Great song.
Great song. It is on What's the Story? Morning Glory.
Yep. Do you want to move on to the next?
I wanted to say something about Liam, but I forget. Dude, that would be nuts if Oasis reunited.
That would be cool. You think it's ever possible?
I think it is. I think Liam and Noel are too arrogant to kind of put their differences aside, especially after 11 years. But
yeah,
Liam has, and I've heard him in like several interviews, like saying like, if he had if Noel was down, Noel is Liam's older brother. He also played guitar and wrote all the songs for Oasis. He said if Noel was basically down to do it, he said he'd do it in a heartbeat.
Oh.
And I'm sure Noel would too. But I don't know.
It has to be the right moment, I guess.
Mm-hmm. But, dude, I would love to see that. And they would sell tickets immediately.
Yeah.
If they got together for a couple of months, wrote some new songs, recorded.
Yeah, especially writing together.
They would sell so many albums. They would sell so many tickets. It would be instantaneously. And I'd be one of those people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That'd be so awesome to like just see them. And with, all the original members too, like with Alan White playing drums, with Bonehead playing rhythm, with what is his name? Gwigsy playing bass, Noel on guitar and Liam on vocals. That's just, you don't get any more
rock and roll.
You don't get any more
up.
pure rock and roll like that, man. I would love to see that, but I don't know. They're both getting older, so if they're gonna do it, they better make a move quick.
All right. So stream it or skip it. Shoals Saves America.
I'm looking forward to this one.
On Netflix. One comedian, 4 rants about 2020.
Okay, so Andrew Scholes is a comedian. He was on the latest episode of Joe Rogan. He's one of my personal favorite comedians. He's from New York. At least he lives in New York. I don't know if he's from New York. Anyways, yeah, he's really funny. He's got a pretty big following. He's growing. Because I remember seeing him probably 3-4 years ago just on YouTube, and he was still kind of, up and coming. And I'm like, damn, dude, this kid is really good, man. Like, he's really funny. His stage presence is good. Interacting with the crowd, he's always heckling the crowd instead of the crowd mostly heckling him. He's always just like, one person coughs and he's just on their throat, just like
right
making
away.
fun of them.
Wow.
But no, he gets heckled. Like, I've seen a couple videos of people heckling him, and then dude, he just destroys them.
Just turns back on him.
Destroys them. So if you guys don't know who Andrew Scholes is, check him out on YouTube. You can watch him on Joe Rogan. They're really good episodes. He's entertaining and he's really funny. But what else does it say about his new special? I think this is his first ever Netflix special.
Yeah,
and I'll elaborate on that a little bit.
It's saying it's not really a traditional comedy special, but it's basically going to be here for his Netflix debut. He's sitting down and delivering 4 15-minute rants about 2020, covering pandemics, predators, protests, and presidents, the 4 Ps. Okay,
yeah, because that makes more sense, because what he did, and I've heard him say this on videos and whatnot, when everybody was kind of getting specials, all these, comedians were signing deals with Netflix and any of these other people who host the special, he did something different. He made it on YouTube. Like, he, in his words almost, it was like, why would I make, an hour, 15-minute long special and people hope to find 1 or 2 funny things and have to sit through the rest, when I can make a 10-15-minute clip on YouTube of my funniest shit and people go down a rabbit hole and 2 hours later they're, they watched all of my videos. That's really smart. Like, he just picks and chooses.
Just one dense topic.
Yep, he picks and chooses what he wants. And I think that's why he kind of stood out to me. I was like, man, like, I didn't really see anybody really doing this. So yeah, guys, check him out. He's really good. He's a good guy. He's funny. He's got a really good YouTube channel. I think he has a podcast too, but he's buddies with Charlemagne the God. You know who Charlemagne is, right, Matt?
Yeah.
Charlemagne, the last popular guy on radio. Radio's dying, Matt.
Yeah, how about it? I mean,
radio with podcasts, like, how easy was it? I mean, I know we're not doing much now, but how easy was it for me to buy this equipment? You already had the computer, you had the program.
Yeah, you could do it from your bedroom now.
How easy was it for me to buy this, set it up, just come up with a premise and just start?
Exactly.
Before, back before podcasts, say in the 90s, if you wanted to be heard, if you wanted to broadcast or talk about, whatever it was you were passionate about, sports or like in our case, entertainment, you'd have to be in radio. You'd have to
go into the
shoot
studio,
the shot,
Yeah, put the time in.
But now you can make a big impact from being in your own private studio, either in your home or a studio you have. It's awesome. But yeah, radio, unfortunately, even Sirius, I don't even know how long they have.
Yeah, and they have some good stuff on there too.
Mm-hmm.
But, we'll see, man. It's always gonna grow.
If you guys, anybody listening, is in the comedy or would like to, kind of get into it, definitely, like I said, check out Andrew Scholes, check out Joey Diaz. These guys all have podcasts too, so if you want to listen to them, kind of get a peek into what they're really like, just search them up on YouTube. Andrew Scholes, Joey Diaz, Nick DiPaolo, he's really funny. Sebastian, obviously, he's big time. Bill Burr's big time. But yeah, I probably got a bunch more that I like. I follow a lot. Duncan Trussell, Brian Callen. So yeah.
Yeah, a lot of good characters out there these days.
Big fan of comedy. I actually got into comedy from watching Brian Callen's podcast with him and Brendan Schaub, The Fighter and the Kid. That's kind of how, I found out who Brian Callen was, and I know Brendan Schaub, who was a former UFC fighter. I think he was former. I don't know if he's retired yet, but that's how I kind of got into comedy. And then I would watch Brian Callen on Joe Rogan, and then I'm like, oh, Joe's a comedian too. And then from Joe Rogan, I saw all the fucking comedians on his show, and I was just fell in love. I love comedy. I love anything that people work, towards an art, really. I'm just a fan of art. So yeah, check out those guys. They're really cool. They got some good podcasts out, some good specials too. Especially Nick DiPaolo. He's pretty controversial, but he's so good at his craft, and his special, I forget what it's called. If you just look it up, I think it's from 2019. That's a really, really good one. It made me laugh so much. What you got there, Matt? What does that say?
I'm just looking at this article. Yeah, Bill Burr has an anti-Star Wars rant that a bunch of people dubbed over the newest Mandalorian footage.
He has anti-Star Wars?
Yeah,
and
he's in it.
making money, and he's making money on a Star Wars-based show?
It's amazing. He's like the one person who could do that.
I mean, fuck it, dude. Like, if I said on a previous podcast, I'm not the biggest fan of Star Wars. Never really got into it. That's okay if you are, Matt. I know you are. I'm not saying it's not good. I just never got into it.
Yeah, it makes sense why you wouldn't, though.
But if I got a big deal out of that, like if somebody was like, here, we're going to give you, I don't know, $25,000 an episode.
Yeah, it's big enough whatever Bill Burr's getting.
25, 30 grand, probably more for Bill Burr an episode for, 2 seasons. I'd be like, fuck yeah, give me a lightsaber.
For sure.
Matt, what's your favorite color lightsaber?
Oh, I would say green, man.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, that's just Luke right there. Return of the Jedi. And speaking of that, he returned.
You're going to take the reins on this one because I don't know anything about this. But for anybody who's into The Mandalorian, right? Mandalorian?
Yeah, and if someone's watching this and they want to watch this still, I would tune out right now because this is going to be the spoiler of the year,
Spoiler alert, spoiler alert.
But I mean, really, at this time, like, you have Disney Plus, you probably watched The Mandalorian, so. But yeah, Luke returned, man, and he took Baby Yoda, Grogu. He took him, really. It's like...
Baby Yoda.
Yeah, I mean, the good guys won because they were able to rescue him, but it's still a bad thing because basically now in this next season, it's looking like there's not going to be Baby Yoda or anything like that.
Man, poor Yoda.
Because he's going to train with Luke Skywalker. You know, they CG'd him in. Computer generated.
Did you know Mark Hamill voiced the Joker in the older Batman
one of the
cartoon?
Animated, yeah.
I used to watch that as a kid, and the Joker, even in the cartoon, always freaked me out. His laugh is so on point, Mark Hamill.
Yeah,
he's
it's like
really
that
talented,
real, like,
man.
squeaky kind of.
Yeah, but it's so. It's just so. What's the word I want to use? Like, it's so just true, you know. Like you can't even tell he's acting. I guess.
He's got a heart of gold.
I'm reading some articles about The Walking Dead. I wanted to try to cover that.
Well, I haven't heard about The Walking Dead in centuries.
Give me a second.
Bill Burr tells Mando he hates Star Wars. That's one of the YouTube videos if you want to check it out.
They're making a Walking Dead movie? Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I actually see that on the sidebar here.
Andrew Lincoln is British. Did you know that?
No.
Yeah, dude, he's British. I saw probably about last year an interview with him, and I'm like, oh my God, he's British. Okay, so I found an article on here. Andrew Lincoln has some positive news about the Walking Dead movie, as if they didn't butcher the fucking idea of zombies anymore.
Yeah, man.
If you did 10 seasons of a zombie show, what difference is a movie going to make? I already know what to expect.
Yeah, they're deep into the Walking
Every
Dead.
episode is a mini movie. It's so well done. And I'm a fan, not really anymore. I think I stopped after season 5.
Yeah, I was around 6. I dropped off.
The governor was still alive. That's how back I stopped. And I was really into it, man.
It was good.
I remember in 2010 when that show first came out. I was a lot younger, obviously, but I remember seeing it on TV, seeing the opening scene with the little girl, and I'm like, wow, this is so cool. And look what it's become. Matt, that's the one I'm on. That's the article I'm on.
Yeah, Up Rocks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's been 2 years since Andrew Lincoln exited. Definitely interesting. I would probably watch it, honestly.
What do you guys
Just
like
to
better,
see what it's up about.
Walking Dead or Breaking Bad?
Oh, Breaking Bad.
Really?
Yeah.
Even though it's not on anymore.
Well, yeah, they were able to end it off greatly, and it wasn't too long.
How did it end?
Short.
Spoiler alert.
How did it end?
Did Walter White die?
Yeah. I mean, from what we know, I think there's like conspiracies out there, of course, that he didn't, but
always.
Basically, yeah, I mean, they just...
Did he get shot in a bad drug deal?
Got the end of the line. Well, it was with like his DEA brother or whatever got shot. I don't know, it was so long ago. It was a good show, though.
You know what show beats them all, Matt?
What's that?
Sons of Anarchy.
I haven't really watched that.
Awesome show, dude. It's so badass.
It's like biker gangs.
It
looks cool.
Was I too close? Was it clipping?
No.
Okay. Badass, man. It's an awesome show. I think that beats them both.
Really?
Yeah, look up.
Yeah, I mean, the cinematic stuff in that I've seen is amazing.
Talk about a rabbit hole. Dude, you watch 2 Sons of Anarchy clips, 2.5 hours later. 2.5 hours later, eating your third dinner, just watching it all.
Third dinner. Yeah, great cast in there, too.
Yep. And the ending was pretty emotional. I didn't get emotional, obviously, but a lot of people talk about the ending. So watch it, because we're done spoiling everything for you guys. Even though these shows are old, and you should have seen it by now.
Yeah, you've probably seen it.
Just look up the ending. Sons of Anarchy ending. It's pretty emotional. Like I said, I didn't get emotional, but the way they shot it, it was pretty cool.
Alright, it's back up.
Alright, sorry guys, I had to pee. I forget where we were at. Oh, talking about shows. Breaking Bad.
Oh yeah, Bryan Cranston. Whoa, take this off.
The dad on Malcolm in the Middle, right?
Yeah, man, great actor. Funny guy.
He's alright.
He's like the perfect dad.
Mm-hmm.
He's just like a dad.
He's alright. He's just okay.
Just okay.
He's no Tom Cruise. I don't hear Bryan Cranston going on rants.
Ranston.
Bryan Ranston. What does he do? Oh, he just rants for a living.
Yeah, that's right. Breaking Bad famously ended with the image of Walter White on the ground of a meth lab bleeding out from gunshot wounds.
Oh my god, dude.
It suggests Walter White is dead, but writer-director Vince Gilligan never confirmed as much in his script. So yeah, I mean, another great one is El Camino. That's like one of the spin-offs to Breaking Bad about Jesse Pinkman. Kind of later on in the series, in the saga, I think. That's another good one on Netflix.
Yes. It's going good, man. This is episode 4.
Yep.
We're on a roll.
Keep moving forward.
We're on a roll.
Moving forward.
We're going to be having, going to start doing guests.
Yeah, hopefully next week, right?
Yep, we're going to have my buddy who also is the drummer, plays drums for me in my band Blisser. Jared Sweedar is going to be a guest either next week or the week after. Dylan Peischer, who is the lead singer for Blind Choice, who's Matt's band as well. Matt plays bass. Gonna have Dylan on here, and we're gonna have a very well-respected man named Mark Heckman on here. Everybody knows Mark. He's an A-list Magic the Gathering player.
Dude, nobody could beat him.
Dude, I could never beat him.
What was the cards he would use? The slivers.
Really?
Remember that?
Sliver!
Yeah, another sliver.
Guys, you're gonna hear him on here, and he's gonna sound Irish, but he's not Irish. That's just how he sounds.
Dude, maybe we'll have a live Magic game.
And you know what, Matt? Having him on here would be good, too, because Mark is to kind of give you a little preview into who Mark is. We graduated with Mark, but he's the most interesting guy that we know. And he's actually a professional chef. I guess you could say professional. He knows what he's doing.
He went to college for it.
He went to school for it. But he used to work at Regal. Did he work at Regal?
Yep, he worked at Regal. He worked here at this deli that we're recording at.
So he worked
Giant now. He
worked at Regal Cinemas. So he would be kind of good to come on to give us a little sneak, like an insight on what it was like working in that movie theater, you know what he saw, you know how the nachos work,
exactly.
You know how the icy machine works. Is
when
that blue raspberry?
Movies, I mean, dude, they could probably see the movies early, as early as they want.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Did you ever hop movie theaters?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
With who? Thomas?
Yep.
I shouldn't say names. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what that's like. So like name dropping on podcasts, but nobody knows who he is and nobody cares about him.
Yeah, I mean, we used to do the thing like one person would go in and you open the exit door by like the movies out back and just let other kids in. Oh. And then you could just go right into the movie.
Yeah, I never did that. Never had the balls to do it. You know what I mean? It kind of takes some guts to do that. Because if you get caught, you're getting kicked out.
Yeah, I mean, then you learn it's like, just be a citizen and pay.
Right, just fucking pay it, Matt. Come on, you know better than that.
I know, you learn, live and learn.
And I always thought I was the more edgy one between me and Matt, but I guess I was wrong. You know? Matt, how long have we known each other now?
Dude, since Over the Rainbow Daycare.
So what was that, maybe 02, 03?
02, yeah, something like that. 03 probably.
So 18 years going on?
Dude,
about 17, like 18.
I was born 99. You were born, what, 98 then?
98. So I would have been 4. No, it was probably something like 03 then. Because you couldn't have been 3 years old. You weren't that young when I remember you.
4 about.
You were probably 4. So we've known each other since 2003, and I remember after we were like out of daycare and like early elementary school, I remember one day vividly. We haven't like really talked, you know. I mean, as much as
since daycare,
as much as 5-year-olds can talk, you know, and hang out. But we haven't, you know, at that point we haven't really had any play dates, I guess you could say. And then one day at lunch, we were very young, we were probably 6. I looked over, I saw Matt across the lunch table or across the lunchroom. I put my hand up, and
I remember that.
I did a big wave.
It's like, yo, what's up?
I did a big wave because something, I don't know, like something just like made me want to wave at him, and then he saw me right away, and he put his hand up and did a big wave, and ever since then, man, we've been friends ever since, and we've done a lot of shit. We've hung out so many times, and it made a lot of good memories. And plus, we were in bands together, and now he's my producer.
Yeah.
So
it's gonna keep going.
It's a little history lesson for you guys, for these two old men. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah. What a journey.
What are we at right now?
We're at 40 minutes, actually.
Whoa, they're getting longer.
40 and a half minutes.
Let's just sit in silence till we hit an hour.
Yeah, I'll turn the click track on.
Yeah, you guys can listen to a click track, and we'll try to like talk in sync with the click track.
That would be interesting.
Matt works at Wegmans.
Yep.
Oh shit! I gotta go. Run after me! Fuck! Wow, they were going fast. You could tell because that siren didn't last long.
High speed pursuit.
Matt works at Wegmans.
Yep,
and he
Wegmans
loves it.
Deli.
Wegmans
right.
in the deli, and
Good
I see him
company.
there. Every time I go in there, I always see him, and we can't talk real long because people are waiting for their cheese.
Yeah, like, dude, nonstop. Yeah. People need cheese. People need deli meats.
Yeah.
But, yeah, good company. Wegmans, Northeastern American company.
Yeah. I love Wegmans. I love Wegmans because unlike all the other fucking stores, you go into Wegmans and the customers look like they actually give a fuck about their appearance.
Yeah.
Dude, you go to any like local grocery store, people are wearing pajamas, people are wearing slippers. Dude, I saw somebody with a fucking... I saw somebody with fucking handcuffs around their ankles one time there.
Probation officers.
I saw somebody carrying a fucking bear trap through there one time. I was like, what?
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Wegmans can be pricey, so for the struggling, it's a rough place.
Wegmans is pricey, but it's worth it because there's no eyesores when you go there. They got a good, I'm serious, they got a good beer selection. They got way more selection of other foods than anybody else does, but I don't know. It's just anywhere else you go, especially local, you just see these eyesore Gentiles, and it's like, what are you doing? Have you earned a dime for yourself in a year? Have you had a job? It's like, oh.
Yeah, man, the strugglers.
Yeah, they struggle, but half of it, I wonder if they choose to struggle. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that half of them probably do.
I mean, listen, if I could go around and wear my pajamas everywhere, believe me, I would.
Yeah,
I can't.
Man.
I got to be here doing a podcast
now
and growing the channel.
But yeah, man.
How is grocery store business working there? It's hectic, especially now, guys. So don't go to Wegmans because you're just gonna drive Matt more insane.
Well, I feel bad because some of these people that get sucked into. I'm just a part-time worker, I'm not sucked into the life. I'm not living and breathing this job, but
right.
Some people just get sucked into it, and that's what they do for the rest of their life.
Yeah, dude. Some people the full timers there, and people who work full time in any grocery store, especially when it's busy, they're so on edge, and they're so in the moment. Tammy, did you get those crackers? Tammy, you got that?
Exactly.
There's always a woman named Tammy there. Did you ever notice that?
Yeah.
Do you know any Tammys?
I do. There used to be one that worked at this deli, actually, that we're at. The deli we're recording as a local business, though, so it's not as, hectic.
But we're not in the actual... We're in a
storage room,
we're in a private studio. We actually made this...
a storage into studio.
Yeah, we converted a storage room into a studio, so this is where I recorded my demo for my band Blisser. Check us out on all platforms. This is where I recorded our demo. I recorded it all by myself, and Matt did the recording itself, and he did a really good job. So check that out, Blisser Band. We don't have any social media yet. we're looking for a bass player. So if anybody listening knows somebody who plays bass, definitely reach out. But we're on Spotify, we're on iHeartRadio, we're on anywhere else. So just Google us, and I'm trying to get it rolling. So Matt, you want to plug anything in for Blind Choice?
Yeah, Blind Choice, same thing. Just check them out. All streaming platforms. We've been trying to get shows again. We used to be show junkies, 2 shows a weekend and whatnot.
Yeah, these guys are busy, man.
But we're just gonna keep doing what we can. Same with Blisser and everything. You just gotta do what you can right now.
So keep updated for that. And then, like I was saying, one of the guests I either want to have on this week. I don't know. I don't know what we're going to do in the middle of the week, depending on, your schedule. But definitely upcoming are going to have the lead singer and songwriter for Blind Choice on as a guest, Dylan Peischer. So that should be really fun. So yeah, stay tuned for that. So I'm just going to wrap it up because we've talked about a lot of shit and I'm ready to go. So yeah, don't forget to subscribe and show all your friends this awesome podcast. All right, keep on rocking in the free world. Peace. Yeah, 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 Mr.